doing, everybody? This is Kurt Henry at the Mortgage Center. This is just a behind-the-scenes look at buying a cottage. Seems to be the right time of year to talk about this. So cottages, you can buy a cottage with as little as 5% down. Even if you own a house and you're buying a cottage, as we call it, a secondary residence, you can do that with 5% down. As long as it's a type A property. So with cottages, there's a difference between a type A property and a type B property. So a type A property is typically like a house type place. So a type A cottage property would be where they look at certain things like the heat source. Is it a permanent heat source? The accessibility, does it have year-round access to, like, for municipal services to get in on the streets of the cottage, for example? If so, then that would be a type A property. The water source, is it on a well, or is it not on a well? If it's on a well or if it's on municipal, then typically that would be a type A property. And then the foundation can sometimes come into play there as well. If it's sitting on blocks, then that might be looked at differently than if it's an actual basement, typical foundation, poured concrete foundation. So all of those items I just mentioned would be a type A property, and a type A property you can do with 5% down. A type B property would be more of the cottagey type, places. So type B property is where maybe the heat source isn't necessarily permanent, although it still is somewhat important that it is permanent. There needs to be a heat source in a lot of cases, even if it's a type B property. The accessibility, it can be on an island, or it can be hard to get to. That would be a type B property. Water source, if it's coming out of the lake, if the water's coming out of the lake, as long as there's a UV light filter, which a lot of the lenders want to see, then that's okay, but it's just called a type B property. The foundation, if it's sitting on blocks versus a poured concrete, then that could also be a type B property. So the difference is that a type A property, you can buy that cottage with 5% down. If it's a type B property, then there could be just a little bit more things that the lender will look into, and the down payment might be more required for a type B property versus a type A property. So if you have any questions about buying a cottage, or if you're interested in buying a cottage or finding out how to do that, feel free to give us a call. Number's 905-436-8010. Thanks, and have a great day.